The Manny Pacquiao versus Yordenis Ugas pay-per-view numbers just came in. And to say it flopped would be an understatement. Manny Pacquiao, in his possibly last fight against the top 5 welterweight, sold only 250,000 pay-per-view buys. And there was ads everywhere for this fight. Everywhere. Wherever you go, you see ads. A channel like Fox that gets so much airtime was putting so much ads, was pouring the fight, where they were pushing the fight. We all knew this could be Manny Pacquiao's last fight, and it still flopped badly. Right now, while I'm talking to you guys, I'm searching up what was Floyd Mayweather Jr.'s pay-per-view revenue. I guess his fight against Andre Berto, even though Andre Berto was, it was really a cherry pick, but a lot of people gave him a pass because it was his last fight. But no one thought that Andre Berto had a chance. No one. I'm not sure if anyone bet on Andre Berto, but I can guarantee you, it sold 400,000 pay-per-view buys against a guy who was outside of the top 20, who Floyd Mayweather Jr. at the time, I believe he was 100-1 favorite. I could be wrong, but I believe he was 100-1 favorite. No one in hell, no one in the world, no one anywhere thought that Andre Berto was going to win. Where people were divided about the Pacquiao-Ugas fight. I know like 70 to 75% of the boxing community was picking Pacquiao. I told you guys if Ugas is not injured, he's going to stop Pacquiao late, which didn't come to fruition. Pacquiao was never in danger of getting stopped. And Ugas won a wide decision. I thought Pacquiao would actually do better than he did. But I picked Ugas to win the fight. But it was still a very competitive fight. I still had my doubts. I still knew Pacquiao was dangerous, but Ugas was just too good. Way too good. And we all knew Ugas was good. He's already beaten Sean Porter. So it's not like he's a unheralded champion. No, he's a very well-known guy. He can fight. And Manny Pacquiao making a dangerous fight like that and only selling 250,000 pay-per-view, that's not a good look, man. And he wanted $40 million guaranteed for Terrence Crawford. Could you believe that? They didn't even make half of that revenue. I'm pretty sure Fox and PBC took a big loss. Big loss on the Ugas Pacquiao fight. They do have now possibly a star in the welterweight division, Yordenis Ugas. But I think Crawford would dominate him. So even their star, he can't beat Crawford. I do believe Ugas, though, would beat Spencer and Porter again fairly comfortably. I had him beating Porter the first time, 116, 111, very wide. Similar to how I beat Pacquiao, wide and clearly. And I think he'd do it better this time around. I think he might stop Spence, especially ever since the retina tear for Spence. I just have no confidence in him no more. I think he's finished. If he retires, that would be the best thing for him to do, so it can be a what-if story. I don't want to see Ugas and Crawford beat up a washed Errol Spence. I don't want to see that, man. It's not a good look for boxing. It's not a good look for Errol Spence. I hope he retires. I doubt he will. There's too much money left in the sport, and I don't think he's made enough money yet. He's had, 2 pay-per-view fights. I think he needs more. He sold 300,000 pay-per-view buys against Michael Garcia and Sean Porter each. I think he needs something similar to that. I think he should fight Terrence Crawford. And he's going to get knocked out against Terrence Crawford, in my opinion. But it might crack 600,000 pay-per-view buys if they promote it right. I just feel like promoters don't know how to promote anymore, especially promoters in the United States. Because, I'm not a promoter. This isn't my job. But you can simply just do WWE tactics. UFC does it too. Make fake beef. Have them push each other. Do what Dylan White and Derek Chisora do with each other. Those guys fought on pay-per-view in their rematch when they both weren't champions. They were both not, at the time, they weren't top 5 fighters when they had their rematch. I know Dylan White now is viewed as a top 5 fighter, but at the time he wasn't. And they still sold a lot of pay-per-views. They still sold out the O2 Arena. Do something like that. You guys need to create beef between these fighters. Errol Spence is boring. Karen Scarford is boring. These guys gotta spice it up a bit. If they spice it up correctly and do what Shannon Briggs was doing with Vladimir Klitschko, they could crack 1 million pay-per-view buys. Because they both can fight. And if they can talk shit, it's going to only sell more pay-per-view buys. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Do you guys consider 250,000 pay-per-view buys as a flop for Manny Pacquiao? It's not really. There's no other way of looking at it. But let me know what you guys think in the comments below. And yeah, Sadiq Boxing out.